friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be filming today. I feel like it's been so long since I've sat down and actually did a makeup tutorial, so I was like, let's wake up at 8 a.m. and film this, and that's what I did. So this is the look for today. I'm using the Dose of Colors and I Love Sarah E palette. It's fire. And yeah, if you want to see how I did this, keep on watching. First things first, we're going to prime. And I am using what is left. I'm literally squeezing the absolute last bit of this out just into my T-zone. So this is where I get really oily. So I'm just placing this primer there and just pressing it into my skin. And for the rest of my face, which is just my cheek area, I'm going to be using MAC Strobe Cream. This is just a nice, I would say it's like a moisturizer, but it gives you a nice natural glow. And I just kind of rub it in and then up on my temples where you already place highlight, and then whatever's left I just put it all over and let that sit for a minute. Today is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This, my friends, is good. Okay, it's like my new favorite drugstore foundation. It's bomb. It's I've talked about it before in my lives and stuff, so sorry if you have to hear me talk about it again, but it's very lightweight, you get full coverage, and very, very skin-like, and we love that. We love that for us. Next, for concealer, we are going to be using e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is also a new fan fave of mine. It is so good, so full coverage, so cheap, and we really love that for us. Caution, it dries down really fast, so you have to work quickly. So what I do is just not fully blend it out, but just like majority blend it out, and then I go back in with my Mario Badescu spray and really blend it out. Some of this, tap it out, and then really blend just my whole face. To be setting just my under eyes with the Ben Nye banana powder, and I just put it in my little lid from my Fit Me powder because, like, what are we working with here? And I just press it into my skin. I don't bake under my eyes. I just take the product and press it right in there. And next, to set the rest of my face, I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I'm really digging this. really digging this. And then I just use like a e.l.f. blush brush, I think. Yeah. And just put it in there. And then I'm going to be using 2 different bronzers, so don't be alarmed. This is the first one, of course, Too Faced chocolate bronzer. It's just good, okay? Simple as that. And then I use this Wet n Wild bronzer. It has a little bit of shimmer, so that's why I don't bronze my like entire face with it. But I just do a little bit in the front, just so slightly. My brows off camera because you already know the brow tea, okay? There's a tutorial for that, so go watch that. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows. I used the ColourPop Brow Boss and then the Make Me Brow by Essence, and my brow video will be linked below, so go watch that if you want the brow tea. But yeah, I went ahead and did one eye, and yeah, it looks amazing. So I'm gonna do the other eye for you guys. I put a little bit of translucent powder under my eyes so that if I have any fallout, it'll just brush off. So that's a nice little tip if you didn't know. So I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors I Love Sarah E palette, and also the Morphe 350 palette, or 3502, so sorry. Just using a little bit of the red shades from there, but majority of the I Love Sarah E palette. So the first shade we're going in with is this peachy color, and I'm just using a regular fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna really put this all in my crease and all up in there. And then I'm just dipping into the red shade from the 3502 palette just to make it a little more, you know, red. This looks complicated, but I promise it's actually really easy. And then next, I'm just going to be using this brick shade in the palette, and then also a little bit of, it's like a little bit lighter of a brick shade in the 3502 palette. And then I'm just putting this in the actual crease, whereas the first shade I put all over. Alright, and then next I'm going to be using concealer to create a cut crease, and I'm using this ColourPop concealer. I don't like it for my under eyes, so it works fine for this. And then I'm just using a concealer brush by e.l.f., getting the product on there, and then a nice little trick. You just put it at the bottom of your eye and then look up as far as you can. And do you see how it made that little line? Barely see it. Let me put a little bit more product. Well, I can see it. That's like the lowest you need to be so that you can see it in your crease. Oh, there we go. Now it did it. Now you can see. So I'm just going to be creating this cut crease. And then I like to go a little bit higher than the mark. Going to be using my finger and then also this like flat Morphe M432 brush with this amazing blue shade here. I keep looking into my mirror, I need to look into the camera. So I'm just taking my ring finger and just patting it on. And this is where the concealer really comes into play, because if you go a little too high, you just take your brush and it'll brush right out of that crease. So now I'm just taking that flat brush and getting into the parts my finger couldn't. And then just to kind of blend it all together, I take this fluffy brush again with that brick shade and just run it over the back end of our cut crease. Just to kind of seamlessly blend it. And then we can go ahead and brush this off. And I'm taking some black liner. This is just the Inglot liner. And I'm just lining my lash line to prepare for some lashes. For mascara, I'm just using the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I got the waterproof one on accident. I need just the regular one, but other than that, it's a really good mascara. Now for the under eye, I'm just going to be using this e.l.f. brush in that peachy shade. And just really placing it under there. I don't want to do too much under the eye because I want the emphasis to be on the lid. So I'm just going to pull this color underneath. Right now, I'm going to zoom you out and do the rest of my face. Okay, now that we baked at 450 for about 10 minutes, we're going to brush this off. And then I'm going to apply blush. And the blush I've been loving is the Wet n Wild blush in the shade Mellow Wine. This, my friends, is beautiful. Very pigmented though, which is fine. I'm just gonna bathe in it, per usual. And then next, to just set my face before I go in with highlighter, I've been loving this Catrice Prime and Fine. I tried it a while ago, and then I got it again, and I was like, ooh, this is real good. Just like really sets all your powders. So we're just spraying this all over our face. And while that's still kind of drying down, we're gonna go ahead and highlight with the best Desi and Katie Fuego Dose of Colors. And when I'm a little damp from the spray, I don't want to wipe, I just press it into my skin. To nose contour, and since my fluffy brush is all peachy, I'm just going to be using this one and pray for the best. I don't really have a precise nose contour anyways, so fine. I just like to add the shading so that everything looks nice and even. Do our lips, and then I'm gonna do lashes off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm doing my favorite lip combo. This is the LA Girl lip liner in the shade Nonstop Nude. It's my fave ever. Of course, gotta use it. Dose of Colors, my main Desi and Katie collab. It's just so good. Maybe one day I'll find a better nude lip, but for now, this is it. And I just sort of tap it. So yeah, I'm going to apply some lashes and I'll be back. Okay, so this is our ending product. We love it. The lashes that I use are just these Kiss lashes. I don't know, they looked wispy, so I bought them. I'm not a huge lash girl, so whatever does the trick does the trick. And then I just set with my Morphe setting spray, and yeah, I'm obsessed. This is like my favorite ever, I think. But yeah, it's super easy. I know I say that like literally every time, but I really mean it. So if you just have the right stuff, you're good, you're Gucci, you're covered, we got you. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I was so excited to film today. I feel like I haven't sat down to film in so long. So yeah, please share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.